Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for the perfect guidance, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that's here for each of us and all of us right now. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this opportunity for individualization. We allow our energy to be our own. We choose to let this time have a very positive isolation and the release of other people's energy, the release of other people's energy, and the release of agitation. So if we could breathe in, we'll notice a flurry of goddesses, a whole team of goddesses coming forward. If we could notice in the lead, the goddess Brigid, who's like a female Archangel Michael, and also Lady Nada. So if we could notice, in essence, in archetypes like a loud goddess, a very demonstrative goddess, and the quiet one. Let's pay attention to the quiet one. So if we could just breathe in and let her create silence around anything, any voice that agitates you, any message, anything. Let's just let her press not only the mute button, but the stop button. So let's let her stop any intentional agitation that's been placed your way. Let's let her just let that end. Let's let Archangel Michael and the other angels, Archangel Ariel especially, back her up with that, like removing walls of concrete, removing barriers, and anything that has obscured your view, letting those things collapse so you could see everything, including seeing peace. So we'll just breathe into that. And if you could notice Lady Nada, who is very kind, let's notice her coming up and creating more silence in your brain and in your thoughts. And that's perhaps done with the gesture of touch, perhaps on your forehead, on your third eye, into the bridge of your nose. And if you could notice very simply and lovingly, like a parent or a grandparent or a caretaker, if we could notice her very simply encouraging you to shh. Let's just take that into our hearts. That it's okay in this noisy time for everything to be quiet. So we'll just breathe in and let that quiet happen. So we'll notice this quiet happening in your immediate environment. Let's also notice that quiet happening in your mental landscape, your emotional landscape, your energetic landscape, and your physical landscape. And if we can notice right where you are, there being a change in the energy and the environment. Let's notice also further, if we widen the circumference of our awareness, we'll notice perhaps 20 feet away from you, the goddess Brigid, digging into the earth and putting in pillars and stakes of your dreams. So she's planting and establishing the space of the things that you want, like world peace, like civility, like people cooperating about health and making strong and active positive choices without any attachment. We'll notice the things that you want coming forward: creative projects, great abundance, peace of mind, learning, creativity, more gratitude, health and healing, noticing what it's like to live without rules but in perfect order. And we'll notice the spiritual truth that in the absence of rules, there is order, not chaos. That technique works. So we'll just breathe in and we'll notice that silence. And Brigid at work for you, Archangel Ariel at work for you, and there being greatness right now. So if we could let, right where you're sitting or lying down, let's let Lady Nada become physical with you. Perhaps what she's showing is her hands on your legs, perhaps the center of the thigh. And let's notice a little bit of pressure of her hands on you. And as she leans in, let's notice telepathically, with her eyes, with her intention, with her heart, without words, her showering you with love, affection, and healing. into your torso, into your head, into your bones. If we could feel her accessing with clarity your nervous system, she is encouraging that we release the idea that we're missing something. And if we know that we're abreast of all that is happening, we see the patterns, we see our role, we recognize that pervasive change is happening now and that things are going to get really good. Let's notice that hypervigilance, the part of us that is looking for the next thing to go wrong. Let's let that hypervigilance have the volume turned down a couple notches. And if we could take in a very physical breath and with a regular breath, let's very simply place our full attention on Lady Nada, whether you see her, feel her, know that she's there, or hear her. And if we can notice a space of perfect immunity on all levels, physical immunity, emotional immunity, mental immunity, energetic immunity. Let's notice what that's like for you. The image Lady Nada is showing with immunity on different levels is walking fluidly and gracefully through a space where there might be aggression happening, not being bothered, and trusting there's no reason to react, that we could very simply hold a space. Let's notice either that image, that feeling, and noticing, and it's not caring, but it's non-attachment and having strong intention of not being bothered by what other people are doing and holding a different space, having a different vibration. This comes back to our story Ram Dass tells of one of his friends, the friend who had the phrase "be here now," is having a conversation with someone that Ram Dass can't see on a completely different vibration. Let's notice the space where we can hold a very strong intention and not be bothered with other people who are on a different vibration having a different reality. And we'll notice what it's like to hold that space. So this might be the same space that we might have felt as children or adolescents when adults were having adult conversations that didn't quite make sense, but we knew something different was happening. Or spaces of prayer and intention, where we witnessed miracles and magic happening, things that might seem like coincidence. Let's notice that it's safe for us to consciously and intentionally tap in to those energies in those spaces and to truly be immune to problems. Let's just breathe into all that. It's a lot of words. If we could just breathe in perhaps the feeling of immunity, feeling every single cell in your body being perfect, being fluid and relaxed, like tree branches, the ones that bend and go with the wind. Don't break the ones that are brittle and rigid. Break. Just notice the fluidity that's present in your strong immune system. Just notice the flexibility that you possess in every single moment, your ability to adapt, your ability to pray at will, your ability with your attention to have intention, with your attention noticing something perhaps being awry and allowing your intention to give it over to the universe, or to have a strong sense of what would be even better. To feel our masterful selves being fully alive on the planet, contributing, trusting, working as a team, and the team includes these goddesses, the angels, the guides, other people, companions, teams. So let's breathe in and feel how unified you are right now, with guidance, with your guides, with like-minded people. And if we could relax any idea of isolation, relax any idea of opposition, let's notice a space of flow. And if we could garner that energy of flow even more by having respect for our times, respect for the fact that people are scared, respect for the fact that people are getting different information, some of which we might strongly disagree with, and recognizing that everyone ultimately is heading in the same direction. Our methods are different, but we'll notice that we're heading toward a space of unity, which might shock some people, where we all work together, we all tell the truth, we all focus on truth, we all work to support each other and to be kind to each other and generous. We all contribute. We experience peace of mind, radiant health, wonderful creativity, spontaneous joy, and sustained joy. So we'll just breathe into all of that. And with all this said, let's very simply come back to Lady Nada, touching your body, leaning into you, and smiling. Wonderful. Just breathe into all that. Wonderful. We'll just breathe in. And whatever it means to you, as you place your attention once again on Lady Nada, let's notice what happens when she changes colors. And let's notice what happens when she connects with you even more thoroughly, directly, and peacefully. Heart to heart, soul to soul, eye to eye, hand to hand. Dream to dream, intention to intention. Let's just notice that and what comes forward. And if we could breathe in this moment to notice the give and take, the balance of giving and receiving between you and Lady Nada. If we could notice with her being the goddess that she is, her eagerly inviting the contribution from you of anything that's bothering you, so she could understand more and help out even more. So if we could just feel anything that's on your mind, anything that's bugging you, moving out of you toward her. If you can notice what she returns to you is peace, is expansion, strength and creativity. She's telepathically making a joke. Goddess stuff. Wonderful. We'll just breathe into all of that. And if we could notice with the intimacy that we've established with Lady Nada in this moment, let's very simply notice the goddess Brigid coming forward and sharing that same intimacy immediately. So if we could notice, like two people sharing one Zoom camera, let's notice Lady Nada and Brigid being side by side as they engage with you. If you could notice the purple that is almost like purple earth, purple dirt, that Brigid applies to your forearm. And if you could also notice Brigid's scent and her touch, perhaps touching your arm where she put that purple substance, the dirt, the earth. Let's just take another breath and notice those physical connections and actions. And if we could, the word absorption is here, if we could just very simply let the continuation of anything that's bothering you, 4 years of intentional chaos might bother you, let's let that energy vanish from you right now and move out of you toward Brigid, toward Lady Nada, feeling the circulation of balance and peace of mind. And we'll notice all the good that is here right now. So we'll just breathe in. And if we could notice a shift in physicality of Lady Nada staying right in front of you and Brigid moving behind you. And if we could let Brigid focus on all that is around your back, the back of your neck, back of your skull, your spine, your shoulders. Let's let her gently work to release tension. Releasing tension from your shoulders, out of your spine, releasing tension and any rigidity or inflexibility out of your neck, letting the back of your head relax and be free. And with the back of the head, directly, she's releasing any sense of hypervigilance. That it's okay for things to become calm. We get to remember what it's like for things to work with order and people having the highest good in mind, and acting toward that goal. So let us lovingly breathe into all that. And let's notice what it means to you for Lady Nada to mention photographs. And if we could take in a breath and notice an infusion of love to anything and anyone that is in photographs that you have or you treasure, people who are past. And we'll just breathe into the goodness that's here and feeling love circulate. So we'll just breathe into that. And we'll notice great things. Good. We'll take another breath. And if you could notice a goddess sandwich with Lady Nada in front, Brigid behind, and you in the middle, let's let those three beings, which includes you, become one being. Let's just breathe into that. And we'll notice what happens. So we'll just breathe into that. If we could notice strength in your limbs, strength in your hands and arms, strength in your feet and legs, strength in your breath, strength in your physical brain, strength in your physical heart, a brand new nervous system, refreshed, free, wonderful creativity, a wonderful availability to guidance, a wonderful availability in claiming of abundance, recognizing that good is here. If we could feel right now, let's very simply feel problems having been solved. So the past tense of problems, solution, resolution, new territory, a new beginning. Let's just breathe into all that. Let's notice things being brand new. And if we could notice life being like Christmas carols, which have positive held spaces in them, acknowledgement of the past, but a lot of hope and a lot of focus. So we'll just breathe into that. Let's notice you becoming you, Lady Nada becoming Lady Nada, Brigid becoming Brigid, and good things being here. Wonderful. Let's notice very simply Brigid with her finger. Let's let Brigid be in front of you with her finger, perhaps from her left index finger, her writing her name across your chest as a gesture of bond and connection. It's her version, she's saying, of writing her phone number on your hand with a pen. If we could feel the same intimacy and the same dedication to continued connection with Lady Nada, doing that telepathically with you, and to feel their care for you, their respect for you, their honor for you and your experience, and their confidence that everything is better and getting better with each breath. Wonderful. We'll just breathe into all that. And if we could notice many things being resolved, that we could be present, we can notice the strong connection that we have enjoyed and continue to enjoy with these two goddesses, and for good things to happen. And with radiant beauty and incredible love, we'll say out loud to these two goddesses, thank you. And to the angels like Archangel Ariel who have supported us and been present, including Michael, we'll say out loud to them, thank you so much. And thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for this moment of triumph and beauty. We celebrate all the good that is here, all the love, all the peace, and our dedication to joy, knowing that everything truly is in perfect and divine order, and that it's okay for us to feel good. It's okay for us to transform. It's okay for us to lead the way and to be in a different reality, different vibration than anyone else. It's safe for us to establish our own space of love, to inhabit it fully, and to let goodness happen. And we're so grateful for this day. And with generosity, love, and peace, we quite simply and lovingly ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is.